Hey guys, welcome to another video about anxiety. I wanted to make this one because of the panic attack that I had earlier today. It was a full-on panic attack, the worst one I've had in a long time. And I actually realized that it happened in steps. So I want to make this video to remind myself of a couple things of what I can almost call the process of a panic attack. So the first thing that happened is my body did a couple of weird things. My stomach kind of twisted. I felt a bit of not a pain, but my side kind of tweaked. Um, and then before you knew it, I followed it up with a thought. And then that enhanced the anxiety, and then it pretty much was like opening the floodgates. It basically started in my stomach, moved into my legs. My legs went really tense. And then it kind of went into a full body fight or flight mode. And I had this sudden burst of adrenaline. And I felt like, well, first of all, I felt like I had to get up and move because it was almost like, okay, I have too much energy now. I can't just sit around. I actually forced myself to sit there through it so that I could prove that I was okay. Because if I have a panic attack, either while I'm driving or in a car or let's say in a plane, something like that, I need to prove to myself that I don't actually have to get up. It helps. It would have got rid of it faster. But there's going to be times when I'm going to have a panic attack, potentially, and it's not going to help. So I wanted to make this to remind myself that not only did I have this mode of I have to get up and move, but I also had this mode of thinking of everything that could go wrong. There was so many what ifs going through my head. It was so hard to maintain control. Because I think there's a point where you're always monitoring your feelings, you're always monitoring your thoughts, you're always trying to maintain that control. I had a really hard time maintaining the thoughts, and therefore I had a hard time maintaining the control. Here's the one thing I want to remind myself. It doesn't last forever. And I had to remind myself of that this time. It wasn't my default thought, and I want it to be next time. So I wanted to, again, remind myself, the feeling doesn't last forever. Not only did it eventually go away, it took some time, and it's going to. And the aftermath really sucked because I was still tense. My body was still, I gotta get out of here a little bit. It even got to the point of I felt sick at times. Just flat out, I was going to be sick. And I wasn't. I let it be. And it even got to a point where I was so calm afterwards that it was almost like it never happened. Which is why I want to make this video, because if I ever go through this process again, I want to make sure that I understand that everything that I'm going through is normal. That's number one. It is normal. The second thing is, it will pass. Although it doesn't feel like it right now, it will pass. It will go away. You just got to get through the initial fear of it, which may not go away right away. You're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Don't focus on the thoughts. It's a lot easier said than done. The thoughts will just flood right in. You've dealt with all these thoughts before. You've dealt with all these feelings before. Nothing's ever come out of it. Everything that you've been scared of based off of thoughts, nothing's ever come out of it. You're okay even though it doesn't feel like it. So, know that it does take a lot of energy out of you. It does take a lot to get through it. But you will get through it. And you did it by yourself. I mean, one of the thoughts that went into my head was, well, what if I do all this by myself? Guess what? You did it by yourself today, and you're just fine. You're just fine. The last thing I'm going to leave myself on, or leave this video on, is not to focus on what if it happens again. The whole problem with a panic attack is that you worry about panicking next time because you do not like the sensation this time. You're going to worry about panicking again next time. Even if you do panic, you're going to get through it. But here's the thing. Don't panic about panicking. Don't focus on it. Don't even think about it because you can't predict the future. It's not productive to worry about panicking. It's an unproductive worry. So I'm going to leave that there. I hope you guys got something out of it. I'll be honest that this was a little bit more directed towards me based off the fact that I had a panic attack today. But again, I posted on this channel in case it can help others. So I hope you got something out of it. I know I'm going to in the future. It's going to help me out. But again, I hope it helps you. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Later.